This week's drum is a 6x13 black nickel over brass by a head. This is my go-to drum. Actually, I just took it out to a gig recently where I knew we were going to play in a small room. The volume had to be really controlled. But we were going to be playing a lot of classic rock and like 80s where the snare sound needs to be fat and deep. So I couldn't take a typical drum that I would use for that, like a 6.5x14 or even a 15-inch drum or an 8x14. This drum can go nice and deep and fat, but it stays contained and controlled. Also, because it's a 13-inch drum, this particular room we were playing, the drums had to be kind of crammed in a corner. So I wanted to keep the setup as tight as possible. So this is my go-to for that type of a vibe. Has a nice kind of just a fat, dense sound. So let's check it out. I'm playing this like blues Texas style shuffle. Check it out. So again, this is a 6x13 black nickel over brass by a head. It has, these drums come stock with some upgrades that I think were worth noting. These are called S-hoops on top, which have a flattened top flange, which helps kind of focus the sound a little bit, but also it gives backbeats a real kind of dense smack, which I don't get from a traditional triple flange or a die-cast hoop. Cool. The tension rods are the tight screw tension rods, which have a bit of some kind of plastic polymer injected into a channel in the threads, so they literally just don't detune. I've played this drum super hard for hours on end, and none of the lugs have ever detuned on me. Pretty cool. So that's an upgrade you can get for any drum. So if you have an issue with your snare drum detuning, check out these tight screw tension rods. It also comes with the Fat Cat snare wires, which are cool because you can set them to a nice crisp tension and then just back off the screw in the middle, and it loosens up the middle section of wires just a little bit to give you just a little bit more rattle without having to loosen up the entire system. This drum, when I got it, came with a Donut throw off. I think that's still standard. So these are really cool snare drums. They're kind of hidden gems a little bit. I know the brass ones are great. I think they have a bell brass and a couple other options, maybe a steel. And they're very reasonably priced. So check them out. A head snare drums. This is the 6x13 black nickel over brass. Thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe if you don't already. And we'll see you next time.